Hey guys, so I got another little DIY for you guys. Everybody's got these balance boards, these JST. This only works with JST, it doesn't work with the other types, but I'll show you. You don't need this balance board. Like most of the chargers come with it, but for some chargers, if you buy like a quad charger or whatever, it only comes with 2, and then they want you to buy 2 more, and it costs you another 15 bucks each or whatever. These balance boards are totally useless. And before I keep going with this, I'll say if you burn your house down, it's your own fault, not mine. But basically all these balance boards do is run these pins parallel all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. So the first pin on every port is identical. It goes to the first wire. The second pin on every port is identical, goes to the second wire. Third pin on every port, identical, goes to the third wire, and so on and so on and so on. So all these ports are connected. If you take an ohm meter or a multimeter and measure resistance from the first pin there to the first pin there, it'll be 0. Same with all the other ones. So realistically, it doesn't matter which battery you have. You can plug it into any of these ports and it's going to do the same thing. I have never used a balance board because of this. It's totally useless and it's just a waste of money. So what I do is I take these balance boards and I toss them. If your charger has JST charge ports like this one's a little messed up because it's an old piece of junk that I abused. But if it has JST charge ports like that one, if you notice on those JST charge ports, there's 2 little ticks that the plastic lines up in. And I've got these batteries here that I'm just changing some ends over, so I figured I'd show you guys this. And basically, there's the 2 little ticks on that as well. One on the negative side and one on the positive side. The rightmost, or whatever side you want to go, the furthest away from the red wire. The red wire is the full number of cells, positive wire. So what I do is I just trim off the tab on the battery on the red wire. On the side of the red wire, there's this little trim here. Sorry, I'm trying to do this while I'm holding the camera. Just a little tab here. You just trim that off. And then it doesn't matter, you're not going to put it in the wrong place because the negative one will always line up. So you can put it in the 6, as long as the negative's lined up, it's going to fit in there. The 5, 4, 3, 2, whatever. It's always going to line in there. So that's why we don't need that balance board. Here, I'll just trim that tab off. I just use an X-Acto and just trim it like this. I'm going to do it like with 2 hands, so I'm going to put the camera down for a second, but I'll show you when. So trimming off that tab on this one is a little more difficult than the other ones I've done. Depends on the type of plastic. This is like a really brittle plastic, whereas the other ones it's like a soft plastic that I've done. So you can see that that second tab is just trimmed off there. So now if you take your balance board, you can plug it in to the 6. Maybe with one hand. See, it's plugged into the 6. And it fits in there, no problem. And it's the exact same as if I had it plugged into the 3, which it is a 3-cell. Because the first line, the second line, third line, fourth line, they all line up to the exact same pins up there. So it really doesn't matter which one you plug it into. So that's why I take these balance boards and throw them away. Because I can just lift up my charger. My charger has the exact same JST port, except it's basically a 6-port, pretty much the same as the bottom one on that balance board. You just plug it in just like that. Hook up your main leads and charge away. So it doesn't matter if it's a 2-cell or 3-cell or 4-cell or 5, 6. Less stuff to carry around. You don't have to bring those charging boards with you or anything like that. As long as it's JST, it'll work. If it's the other types, I don't remember what they're called, but the other types, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to work because they're weird. So there's a quick little hack. Save you some space in your tool bag, on your charger bag, some room on your desk, some money in your bank. Just a quick little easy hack to get rid of the balance boards. Totally unnecessary.